Good morning, Facebook. How is everyone doing today? So I just got my little office set up downstairs. I'm really excited about it. Really excited to be putting in more work. I'll be straight up using all of you as accountability right now. I'm going to be spending 45 minutes each day for this next month, just writing content, stuff, producing stuff to help more people. So if you have any questions, if you have any questions this next month about performance, about fitness, send them my way and let me know. Let me see how I can help you with that. So today, why you need to train like an athlete. So Bill Bowerman, I don't know, I'll tell a quick story for those that don't know who Bill Bowerman is. He said that story goes, he's co-creator of Nike. He was a track and field coach at Oregon, and he was making shoes that were faster to help his athletes reach their goals, help his athletes perform better at that, the competitive level, at the national level. So through this, he's in multiple Hall of Fames now. Bowerman Drive in Nike is made for him. Huge legacy star. He said this though: if you have a body, you are an athlete. I totally agree with this. Our gym at Decatur, all our coaches agree with this too. If you have a body and you can move, you're an athlete because you rely on performance, right? As humans, we rely on what we can do, how our performance affects, how we interact with our kids. Our performance interacts how we do with our job, let alone if you can walk up a hill, that affects our performance, all of it. That's why I believe that training like an athlete helps everyone. So, second point with this. If you're an athlete, if you get paid to go to work, you're an athlete, right? So that's how we affect our training. Athletes get paid for playing on Sunday, right? I'm going to go watch a Seahawks game today. Russell Wilson gets paid to be playing on Sunday. So all of his training that we go through, his training's all built on making him the best for Sunday, right? So it's not slaying it in the gym for 4 hours to be able to go get crushed because his body hurts on Sunday. That doesn't work. That's the same way that we need to look at our training together. If we go crush it for 3 hours in the gym and we can't move the next day and you can't go to work, you're not going to get paid. Simple as that. So we need to look at our training like an athlete in the sense of how we prepare. We're trying to cause adaptations in the body to become better. So figuring out which adaptations we want to look at so that we can improve over time. Same way an athlete's going to look at becoming faster. They're going to spend their off season trying to get faster. We will spend, 3-4 weeks, whether that's, your performance goal of body comp, being stronger, any of that. It's that same mentality of, I'm not where I want to be today, but I will be there in a little bit. I will be there that next time. One second, let me go back to my little notes here. Also, another reason why we have to train like an athlete, we have to jump, sprint, run, right, and throw. Think about one of the biggest issues we have with our elderly population is hips breaking. Once you break your hip, you have a 5-year lifespan, essentially. That's what all the science, all the research shows. How do we prevent people from breaking hips in their elderly years? Comes down to have power, to have movement through the feet, to be able to catch yourself, to have balance. That all comes from training like an athlete, where we're not training to have these big bulky muscles. No, we need our body to function, to be a better human, essentially. We need to move like a human. What does that look like? Working through the foundational movement patterns. Everyone's got a squat. Athletes need a squat. People need a squat. We need to be able to hinge, deadlifts. We need to be able to push something. We need to be able to pull something. We need to have a single leg stance, and we need to be able to carry something. That's the same thing. Elderly populations again, right? They need to be able to push something to be able to get back to balance, to be centered. Maybe we're falling and we grab onto something. You need to be able to have that strength to pull. Single leg balance, single leg stance, to be able to get your feet to move properly. These are all things that help us through our lifespan, not just on a competitive field or in a competitive environment. No, it's stuff that helps us become better human beings. So what does that look like? How do we implement training like an athlete into our daily lives, right? So this starts with, like I said, taking care of your body. So the recovery modalities that athletes use, biggest one's sleep, nutrition, stress management. If we can increase those, our performance will go around through the roof in your work, in your time with your kids, as well as so just that time in the recovery modalities is huge, and that's what I stress on with all my athletes we work with. Our second portion through here is you need to jump, sprint, and throw. That's if you, as we're watching football, all day Sunday today, we're going to see athletes jumping to get the ball, sprinting, and whether that's 1 yard, 5 yards, 10 yards, and throwing each other to the ground. That's the same. We talked about how we can use that through our lifespan. What that might look like for us training is running 10 yards. Maybe right now our jumping is learning how to land. Maybe it's just going up on our tiptoes and coming back down. There's different layers of all of these exercises, but I 100% believe it is mandatory for everyone to train a jump, a sprint, and a throw on their levels, right? Everything is on a level, whether we're jumping on a super tall box jump or we're jumping as in stepping onto a stair step, right? It's still power development. We talked about the strength on the foundational movements. That's where we need to focus our strength efforts in. It's not having bigger biceps, having broader shoulders. No, that all comes from owning the foundational movements that we talked about. The push, pull, hinge, squat, carry, and a single leg stance. Just like I have all my athletes go through there, that's what our adult training looks like as well. And that's how we can be very successful in building a body that lasts the test of time, right? So recovery, foundational movements, jump, sprint, and throw. If we do those in our training as adults that aren't competitive anymore, that aren't in sports, we're training just like athletes are and getting the best bang for our buck. Being able to go to work the next day and perform for our families, perform for ourselves. So 3 weeks from now, we're going to be opening up another round of online training through our gym at Decatur Fitness and Performance. Let's be the first to know. Send me an email down below, send me a DM, and I'll put you on the short list of first people we get into our program when it starts up in this 3 weeks from now. So, hope you're all having a great day. Go Hawks. Enjoy. Peace.